Hope everybody's having a good day. Just jumping on for a bit on Saturday. Got a couple things I wanted to kind of work through and continue working through the PACT and JS package, and got a couple people ask me questions, but I'm gonna take a minute, send out some info, and then get started. Hope everybody's having a good start to the weekend. And Cadena JS. And Macon's coming out. And who knows? All right. All righty. I like when people join Twitch. Announcements on a Saturday. Why not? Cool. All right. Gonna just jump into it. So today, I want to test creating a flow that I use to test things. So I think there's like a pre-flight, both pre-signature. What's it expect? An alias for local when both pre-flight and signature verification are true. Always helps when I actually share my code. But that's all right. All right, so let's open up the npm package docs. I've been going through these. So we want to look up how they recommend. Is it pre-flight check, or because I usually do it where I check locally with a signed transaction, and if it passes, we send it to the send endpoint, which is fine. I think I could still do that, but I'm going to use what is recommended. You can also send a request. Let's see if we can go down. So I have a feeling it's going to be with pre-flight should use local, and then if it passes, we've got signature verification on. If it passes, we should just send that command. So accepts the host URL. Okay. Create client, yeah, it makes sense. Because this is not on the coin. All right, let's look at their examples. Hey, buddy, how you doing? It? Yeah, I just Oh no. That's fine. I bet it's called something else. It's for a transaction. I just the the family went out to lunch with relatives and stuff, and so I kind of have a little bit of time to myself to. I was working on stuff, but I hurt my thumb, so I stopped. Not worth it. Sign. Yeah, of course. It's also really important to know. So that also makes sense. So this is just a simple example. Active builder. Okay, so sign for gas and sign for transfer, sender, receiver. Yep. Okay, let me create it. And the command is like the most important thing, because if that doesn't pass validation, your command is useless. You can, even if you could get a hash out of it, it's not going to do anything for you if you can't pass it through the parser. It's time to submit. Return this. Storing this. Can always fetch. So sign with Chainweaver. I don't think this is the example I want. Let's see. Let's try this. Should do like a pre-flight check. I want to see how they're using pre-flight. Do safe transfer. That's cool. Oh, it must be. I wonder if that's is it like a built-in function. Oh no, it's here. That makes sense. All right, so this is very helpful right here. Anytime you're dealing with the numbers in PACT, you definitely want to follow how they do it. I construct it different, but it doesn't mean it's right. First, make sure this is also signed. So this is a safe transfer. I don't. Maybe transfer crate has a good example. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. So if anybody's watched me before, I have a bunch of different functions that handle this depending on which system I'm in. However, I wanted to see how they're doing it in here, which I don't think I'll use this. Maybe the goal would be to like create my own structure for all of our contracts that you could just plug in here like they're doing. That might not be a terrible idea. And since recently I looked at using the library to go in and grab my functions and capabilities, you can do stuff like this and kind of have it all really available, which is really, really, really cool. So this is pretty simple, but it does a lot of stuff. So this is just a simple sending a transaction. That's who sends it. Makes sense. This is who receives it. Makes sense. So here's our decimal. I wonder why. Like it doesn't. I'm confused on like why we have this like this. Like it doesn't mean anything, but I feel like I like it this way too. I don't know. I'm just weird. So that being said, let's see our signer key. Yep, receiver key. So this is who we wanted to send from to. This is their key set. So we got to have like data somewhere in here. Where are we setting our data? Chain ID, gas. Okay, sure. There's one thing in here I'm gonna okay. This is cool. So this is what I was looking for. So this must add it to the data field. Add key set. This would actually make one of the functions I'm using right now that's like a like massive. Like it can handle thousands of inputs. Uh, it hits gas limits, but that's the idea is I can break it up into chunks, and I think they're chunks of 70, something like that. So you can imagine having something that's easy to mutate is very, very important. All right, so we're going to take this from our transaction builder, and we're going to craft it so that we can sign with Chainweaver. Okay, so we're going to do a pre-flight check to make sure that our command is going to validate and pass, essentially. It should pass. So our pre-flight, if it's a failure, throw an error. That's cool. Otherwise, let's keep going, right? You just simple logic. You should do simple logic. So if you've signed this transaction, we're going to wait, everything checked out, and then I assume submit is sending it to the send endpoint. And then here, we are simply saying, we want to listen for that transaction. So it's like the polar service. And I think the listen endpoint just keeps listening until it's final. So what we're going to do, because I think this is important, is we're going to take this command and we're just going to take it as it is. I'm going to change the sender and the receiver. Obviously, it has to be that way. But we're gonna try to run this little bugger here. Let's see if we can do this. Let's get a new file. So let's call this test tx.js. All right, so we're just gonna go into Chainweaver, and I'm gonna pull out one of my accounts here. I don't care if this one gets hijacked; it doesn't do anything. Let me make sure that's true actually before I. Okay. So this account does have some KDA on it, but if somebody steals it, good for them. I don't really care. So let's go grab our key. TP92. I recognize this key. I've seen this on testing a bunch. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is let's import everything. So let me actually, before I forget, let me change my sender, and then let me change my receiver. Let's do this. Let's do this. Somebody was asking a question about this earlier. They should probably just come in and join, and I'll help them. Cool. Discord's popping today, so it's kind of cool. PACT and JS, thanks. Alrighty, so I lost my train of thought. All right, let's go. This will be the receiver account. Okay, so npmi at cadena/types. This is a cool one. So I don't think I have to import this like this. How did we do that before? I don't think it's. So when we establish our client, then we'll do it. Yeah, I'm curious why we didn't do that on here. I think it's good. You know, it's good to be consistent on these, and I'm actually just curious why like these all can be part of the client. Maybe it's just that was the preference. So it's client equals create client. What did we have in there? I'm not gonna type that. So it's just the slash pack. So this is testnet chain one. Oh, because I don't have TypeScript. Uh, async function main. Easy TypeScript. Goodbye, TypeScript. You were. We don't need IPACT decimal for this. Should be able to just pass that as a decimal, like this. That's why I'm confused, like why it's in there. But there's probably a good. It's probably like a best practice. How do I keep my window open so I can see if anybody's saying anything? All right, so we're just going to do a dumb test with ChainWeb and see what happens. So this should be as simple as running this command. There should be no changes we need to make. So we should be able to do node test tx. Ah, okay. Interesting. I wonder if it's breaking because of what I just added, the client like that. But it shouldn't because pre-flight. So, okay, so this would be client dot client dot client dot. First is signed. All right, so it's coming from there. Signed with. Let's just see. No. Okay, that makes more sense. It's pre-flight part of that now. Interesting. I have it open. Let me restart it. Okay, let's try that again. So how am I supposed to use this thing? Tell me. Interesting. Let us see. Providers. ShameWeb provider. 127.94.67/v1 slash booksign. I mean, that's it. So one more command I'm missing in here. What was the other one? Important. Listen. And I probably didn't do that. Now let me just make sure. All right, so we got everything imported now. Testnet chain1. Let me make sure I'm on testnet. I'm in ChainWeb. Data testnet chain1 000. I mean, this should just work. It's very interesting. So why doesn't it work? I mean, okay. Why isn't it listening? How is this supposed to work? Sign with Chainweaver. Is that like if you run like so Chainweaver client Mac? Installing the Chainweaver. I might already have it on here. Let me see if it needs the actual like software was. Let's just do it. Let's see if we can do this. Get some time. I forgot how to. I think I gotta go to my settings and. It's been a while. So Chainweaver. All right. Control, click, choose. Oh, ah, look at that. I don't often open new stuff on my Mac. It's usually just my IDE. Um, what the heck? Uh, let me store this for a second. No, I'm not gonna do this in my text. I actually don't. I don't actually care about this, but I don't want people messing with it while I'm making notes. So this is a Chainweaver Mac test. Let's just take it off. I should have just done this like right here in front of everybody. Alrighty. This is our new guy. So let's go to our fancy new faucet. Let's go to our new fancy faucet. And our public key just strips off the K. Did that work? All right, it's working now. All right, cool. So that'll work. That'll work its magic. Let's see what's going on in Discord now. Lots of stuff. We are the quest destination for Cadena Zealy today. On deck is some cool pangs up for grabs. Post one on the tweeter. Wow, let's post one on the tweeter. It's somewhere in here. One of my folders. I don't know why I always go here. I should just go to Finder. This one is going to be tight. All right, so let's go. Here is. Oh, look. Go check it out, guys. Repost. Oh, I guess if you're on here already, it doesn't matter. All right, so gotta come. This might have something to do with if we had to guess. All right, what did I put in my downloads? K3. K2. K. Let me grab the other ones. Come on, where is it? Some of these things are a little crazy. Let's see. I'm almost there. Hmm. 20. So I can never get these to size right. Oh, I shrink you. And then I gotta start over. Cool. Oops. Did not mean to do that. There. So I guess that's how we do it. Okay. So now let's get back to what we were doing. We should be funded now. We have channel group. Let's see. Perfect. All right. So when we run this, oops. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. So you're just gonna have that open. Command must be signed. Ah, yes. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So that's okay. That's okay. Let's make sure we have the right signer in here. Ah, yes. That makes more sense now. Boom. Pre-flight check. And it should be polling now with our listener. See when it's successful. I don't need this anymore. Let's shrink this a little bit so we can see. Should be polling. Client.submit, client.listen. Listen should come from the. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's good that it should have rejected my command. That was my fault. So now, look at that. Success. Okay. Okay, so that works. So now let's say we want to do something a little more complex. Well, let's go back to their examples. And template transactions. Module, I don't want. We'll do that. Let's try. I mean, whatever. PACT builder. I want execute PACT dot modules dot coin, and then we're doing transfer create. So we should be able to do. We can test our contract. Let's try it. Let's try it. So our contract is it's the coin module. How would we do this on here? Do we do like modules? Because isn't the coin module just coin? Oh, we got this new fancy little. Isn't it just coin? Yeah, it's just coin. So for me, I would need free dot. All right. So first, let's do this. So test dash credit dot JS. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's for signing. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do test credit. So let's move this to tables. All right, so test credit. All right, so a couple things are going to change. Make sure my audio is still working. A couple things have to change here. We have to change the structure, and I'm going to make a couple poor assumptions, and we're going to see if it works out. I don't care. That's how we learn. So I'm sure I know how all this stuff works, but it's good to treat it like you're a 5-year-old sometimes when you're because I made all my own stuff. So using somebody else's, I have to like remember that it's not my flow, it's their flow. So I want to make sure I don't screw stuff up because I'm being stubborn. If anybody asks, I'll never admit that I'm being stubborn. All right. We no longer need the receiver. We need to do a couple things. Let's go look at what we need. So let's go check it out. That's the only problem with these things. Where's the gas limit? Gas price. Where's this? Can you not change that anymore? That's pretty smart if they did that. That's a little different. Oh well. All right, let's see if I actually did a transaction here. Land testing it. Yep. Alrighty. So nobody's done this. So what we need is I'm gonna just do this really easily. So I want to buy 10 credits. It's going to cost me 18.7 KDA. So 18.7. There's no receiver in this. We don't need our key set. You know what though? We don't need it. So this would be like free.cadena-credits. I'm going to keep their format actually, just in case it's something stupid. No, can't do that. There we go. So dot create payment. Create dash payment. Okay, so it's going to use the transfer capability. So, okay, so actually, I was wrong. I am going to need a receiver account. Gosh darn it. Account. All right. Okay. Now, Canadian credits. Let me make sure. Canadian credits. All right, and then we will actually want key set, but instead of their key set, we want our key set. So signer key, coin sender, receiver, amount. That all checks out. Oh, it's cool. It's going to send from our TeamWeb wallet. Cool. I mean, this should work. Just give it a little more gas. That's the only cap I need. It's going to use this. Okay, there's something else, I think. The quantity. Quantity. All right. Count guard quantity. Count. Dash key set KS. How am I supposed to do this? Can I put it? Let's go find out in a minute if that works or not. It should pass through there. And then the quantity is quantity. So const quantity equals 10. YOLO. Nope. Node test dash permit. Type number is not allowed in the command. Use decimal 10 or int 10. Okay. It's kind of passive aggressive. Int 10. Boom. What happened? What happened? Let's go look at what it actually sent. Details. Ah, that makes sense. That's not right. That's in the cap. So in the cap, I don't actually need that. This should. Really? It's still not happy. Coin.transfer. Transfer from here to here. $10. That's why I bet. How are we supposed to list our key sets in here? We have I think this one was a good example of it. From, to account, from account. That okay, yeah, that read key set thing that I thought was really cool. That makes more sense. Yeah, what's up, Tori? Look at this stuff. Check this out. I've never used the Chainweb wallet before, ever. Not like this, at least. Let's see. I think this looks better, much better. 18.7. Did it work? Did they both work? Did all of them work? Do I have credits now? Hmm. Haven't used the Chainweb wallet. Yeah, interesting. So I don't know. I don't know if it was successful or not. Let's show it one more time. All right, so it looks like it'll pass to coin.transfer from me to here, 18.7. Yep. Creation time, TTL 600 seconds. Free.Canadian-credits.create payment from me. 10 of them. I mean, looks good to me. What's failing? Do you want to give me some better info? So, console results. All right, cool. That's what we want. Key set failure. That's my key set. Sender account, chain one, signer key, sender account, sender receiver amount, KS, keys all, signer key. That's interesting. Let's try, let's just try this. Here's spending, max gas, testnet. This is the pair, yeah? CA. That all looks good to me. KS. Cried keys all, keys. CA. Caps look good. The command. Where's the command details? Right here. Read key set, KS. But that's my key set. Sender is correct. I don't. This requires me to sign this, right? I have to. Sign for, add signer. Sign with. Hey, Hawk. Yeah. All right, let's go back here. Split K. Yep. Okay, so center key, read key set KS. You know what? Oh, it does. It is sensitive. I don't. Center key, sign for gas. Coin.transfer. Sender account. Receiver account. And the amount. Chain. KS keys all center key. Hate to be that person, but I don't see what's wrong. Sender. Key set. Head key set. The key set's in there. Let's do this. Let's see. It's got a sig, it's got a hash. What's wrong with it? Free. Okay, let's create payment. That's my K. Read key set KS. We want 10 of them. The data is here. That's my sender. It all looks good to me. It's the sender. It's creation time. Chain ID 1. Network ID is test symbol 4. It's very interesting. Let me try this on another. Let us see if we had the same experience here. Okay. So it's create dash payment, sender account, read dash key set KS 10 KS keys. Alrighty, and then red class dash on. Okay, that makes sense. And it's got the right amount that I would expect. Yes. What's that cap again? It's fine. Coin.transfer. And then don't forget your K back on there. Let's grab this. 18 minutes. Really? I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, my process. Oh, that's why I bet. That makes sense. I added that cap. I forgot. I forgot. That makes more sense now. Boom. Okay. So it was just 4. That's all I need. That works now. Oh, cool. Well, that's better. It makes me feel better. I was like, did my contract not work? It should work. We deployed it yesterday. I mean, it was quick and dirty, but still should have worked. Forgot it was enforced pair. I prefer this over with capability where you have to provide more data. When the data is already available, we can just sign this and call it a day. I don't know if it's better, better or worse, but I find it to be a lot easier as a developer to handle these types of caps. So what this just did was, I have an Oracle that's on testnet that updates the price of KDA. I had it initially where it could update any of them. I just said I only need Kadena right now. If I want to add it later, it's really easy to upgrade that contract, and I would. And so what we're gonna do is perfect. We're gonna reach out. All right, success. And essentially, we will have credits. So our account has 10 credits now as we just purchased. Guarded by that. Okay. So it's kind of coming along. Not too shabby. So really that's I need to get a little more data. All right, so signed TX is gone. That's gone. Space. Okay, so that's it. That is our credit buying function with Kadena JS. So the thing we need to add, all right, so this is fetch. All right, so read credits. So we're gonna do this unsigned. Try result, return result. So wait. And then where's cost? Cost. Bank is similar. Sync. So cost. And then this is bank. What did I call it? Fetch bank. Fetch bank. Bank. So we want the quantity, we get key set. Ah, we did learn something. We have one more cap. Pact, lang, that make cap. Right. So this is a enforce guard. Enforces sender. And then create dash credits. Enforce dash. What was it? What was it called? Enforce pair. Pair. Okay. Tight. This is how we'll just have a button that runs this. Calculate this set quantity based on yeah. Why not? Should work. Cool. So this is going to fit the existing flow for signing. So all right. So we need to do payload dot quantity. Network ID. It'll probably be payload. No, network ID is in our state manager. Chain ID is going to be dynamic because we're picking any chain. Chain ID can any chain can go. I think this will work. I'm not confident in. I'm just not confident at all in. What do I have this for? In running this code as is. Let Squeegee hook this up. Enforces sender card created this TX. Sender created T. Credits. Load. Oh, Tori, are you still on here? Let me know if you're still here before I do this. All right, I'm going to show one thing and then I'll probably jump off here in a minute. All right. Something's stuck. What did I change? I just changed something and I think it just broke what I was trying to do. Yeah. That's why I don't do view. Loaded. I just changed. None of this should have. Let's call it a. Something in here break it? I don't think so. Let's see. Post. I'll try another browser and then I'll swing it over. Why is it unhappy? 620. I know why it's getting hard. I think my local server's off when I restarted. Oh, that's fine. All right, so now should work. All right, it kicks back to the home page because we're not logged in for tools. Gonna do it a second time. So I think it's funny. All right. So I don't know if any of you are still watching this, but I know there's a couple people in here, so this is kind of cool. There's nothing fancy. It's just how I want the credit system to work. So let's say I add credits. It should update in real time on our site. So everything should be feeling very responsive. Um, I am clicking right now. There we go. So yeah, it's updating these in real time, just with WebSockets, but I think it'll be nice because I can tie this back to, like I wanted to, I can tie this back to Discord now and kind of have some fun with it. I don't need 50 credits though. So yeah, so it would be a fun little, as I was working on yesterday. This works now, so we've got PACT and JS flow down. I mean, it really, to be honest, that's all I need. I need the pre-flight check and then the setting, and then pull. I mean, that's it. It's a lot less code than using PacWing API. I just it's just gonna be tough because I don't know yet. How do I? Do they have an example of integrating? I know this is the old version, but how do we integrate? Wallet Connect. Wallet. Signing with a Wallet Connect compatible wallet. Let's check this bad boy out. Let's just do it. Why not? Who cares? I don't care. Oh, because we need to. All right. Sign with Wallet Connect. This is just an example. Oh boy. This is a little more. Okay, so fires. This is my ashes. Cool, Ash. I need to send you some some notes on this, I think. All right. Um, just let me see if Squeegee can help me with this. So we're gonna update accounts. Added packed code for purchasing credits. It's on. Actually, test. But it should work. It should work. If you look at what did I call it? Reddit line 2715. 2715. Sorry. Line 2766. It uses the two functions above to get values. In case you don't like how I did it. I did JS flow, so. All right. we let him decide what is what. I think a couple more minutes. Yeah, so how am I supposed to get this? Why do I need chamber node client? Oh, I don't need that. All right, build and sign transaction. Earlier, there's no session. Okay, so yeah, client and session need to be available in Wall Connect. So we're gonna select an account. Yep. Okay. And create Wall Connect sign. Click sign. Okay. PACT command builder. So back to PACT command builder. Create transfer. So I can follow it to flow to account. A little different. Is this maybe seems like it's a little different. Date process. Nope. PACT contracts. Let's take a look. Whoa. So here. That's why we don't see it. So test credit. So if you look at this, yeah, so this is using command builder instead of pack.builder. It's just like a, oh, this is a different, okay, so we're just gonna have different versions. Oh boy. That's okay. I think we can work through this. I just need to, I already have all this. I just need to import it. And then I should be able to, I can even make it, I've done this before. I can make a QR code string or just a QR code pop in console. It's crazy. It takes up the whole screen, but you can get it to work. You can simulate what would happen. So there's a lot here. I'm actually going to create a simple JavaScript page and redo literally all of this with what we did here. And what I'm going to probably recommend to Ash is to, I'm not going to do TypeScript. I guess I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just send him an updated version of this using this simpler flow. Maybe he can merge it. I might be able to just update it. I know TypeScript, and we talked about this the other day. I just don't like doing it. I don't know. It's not even hard. It's just different. But I guess it really took me 5 minutes to do it. TypeScript. Maybe I could just be a nice guy and do it. Yeah, these little subtle differences, like you see, it's like set prop, set meta. Obviously, we don't want chain ID to be a string in there. Gas price, TTL, senders account. That makes sense. Select the account. The wallet. Okay. Yeah, I think this is workable. I'll probably do this afternoon. I'm wondering. Yeah, I really think we can simplify this to like a third or less than or a fourth of the code. So this is all important stuff. So we'll have to set to account. Const. All right, so we're just using useState. You know, it wouldn't take much to add this. Oh my god, my eyes killed me. This wouldn't take much to add to. God, I want to do this to myself. I'm gonna just add it. Just gonna do it. So we're just gonna create a new create YouTube option. Export const purchase credits. Sync. No. Client. Let's just make a simple form field for this quantity client session, and then what we'll do is const bank equals you know what? No. Nope, we're not gonna even bother. We're just gonna test this real quick. We're not gonna do any of this nonsense. So this is our bank. We know that because I already just looked it up. Const amount. I'm just gonna literally just verbatim this thing. So we. Oh no. Did I upload? Okay, decimal 18.7. It won't change because my Oracle doesn't update right now. And then quantity, and then we'll call this just remember that. So const transaction equals PACT.builder. Ha! Dot execution. Why am I typing all this up? We have it all. Okay. And literally all of this. I'll need to make some dynamic changes. So like we'll do yeah, like this. Just steal these things. No sense in recreating the wheel. So this is just a count. Count. Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. I need to check on something. So now, okay, you know what? I'll Fix it all in a second. Yeah, let's just take it off. I'm gonna make a couple changes. So we need to. Oh, gosh darn it, arrow functions. I was wondering why that. Let's close it. Okay. Sender. Just account. Bank. Create payment account because quantity provider. So it's fine. I'm gonna use this. I have logic for if the provider is wallet connect or not, and so I need to know that. But we'll handle that in a minute. I suppose it's absolutely necessary. Let me see. Let's see if we can get an example of it. Let me see. Oh no, I don't need that. I don't need any of that. It's because I'm not using my credit. I'm not using my normal flow. We're just going to avoid all that. Okay. That should be. I'm going to have to change a few of these things, but for the most part, what's network ID in here? Test note 4. That's fine. As long as we're on testnet, this will work. Self-contained. Client. Oh, JS client. Maybe we have to be careful of that. So this is what we're going to change. Okay. I should show people how much code this is. How much behind the scenes code this is to do another way, but okay. I don't want to standardize a little. See, I'm not going to save much time if I create a new code block for myself. This is not bad. That's the whole function. JS client, JS client. I just want to make sure. So sign with Chainweaver is going to be what I need to figure out what we got to do here. Sign with Chainweaver. So how are they doing it here? Steps of connection using that. Use sign with wall connect. Let's see. Sign with wall connect. Yeah. Great. Wall connect sign. There's building command sign. Okay, create transaction. Wait, I mean, seriously, this should be very, very easy. Oh, where do we import? Too much open. Too much open. Where are we importing this from? Sign with wallet. Create. So it's coming from the Canadian client. Okay. Oh, is it? Oh, client. Sign. Oh, rascal. What can I sign? Okay. Okay. That's cool. Where do my pay? Where do my code go? Too many things. Too many things. Too many things. All right. So that Cadena slash client. Cool. Create wallet connect. So create wallet connect. Create sign with keep. Oh, this is people have no idea. Like there's something cool and I've got building like on the side with this. This is gonna be really cool. Okay. I need both of these. I need quick sign and that. So okie doke. Sign with bulk. Is that all needed? Session. Wallet connect. Wallet connect. GID is what is going on? Oh, it's finding it up there. I see. Stupid. Selected account. What is selected account? Where are we getting? Okay. I don't client session selected account. So sign has to happen. Oh, yeah. Okay. We don't have to do it that way. So let me do current website sign. Interesting. So how would I get the transaction then? create transaction, wait, sign. So flow confuses me, but I get what it's doing. Okay, we'll just meh. And I think we can do it a little different than how this is happening. I'll just gotta go read what's open for Canina. Yeah, so the chain ID is Canina, so this would be like testnet 01. Alright, so client session chain ID. So this is us creating that sign, and then create transaction comes in. So that'll allow us to sign it. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. I'm gonna poke at it later. I got like 5 more minutes before people get home, so I'm gonna probably head off and I'm gonna get this to work. Pre-flight result. I'm missing a step in here. That's it's obvious to me. It's just is signed transaction. So sender signed transaction here. But here is not where I want to create this. I want to create this before and then reference it for us to sign, I think. Yeah, once we have a session established, I do that different too. So I may need to rework a lot of code to make this work or not. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I think I'm going to just pick this apart a little bit later and think about what I need to change, because this is what 722, 49 lines of code so far. That's not bad. Client sessions gotta get loaded in there, so it's like, nah, deal with that later. Provide, I'll do a check to make sure. So if provider is echo, you would use sign with echo. And so I'm gonna make these as extra functions that any of these can call. So I'm only gonna do it once. So it'll be like a decision, and if sign here, if wallet connect sign here, if you have quick sign, use quick sign. That makes sense. All right. Well, I'm gonna take off. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to be on every day next week. So gonna make more of a conscious habit to get on here and stream. So have a good weekend and stay safe out there.